the idea of being in a relationship always seems like fun. It seems like a good time, especially when you're not in a relationship and when you're getting bored. Having a little friend that you can hang out with, watch TV shows with, go out, drink, have fun seems like a good idea. But the thing that you always forget is the reason why you're not in a relationship in the first place. So whenever I start forgetting why is it that I'm not in a relationship, I kind of need to remind myself that, well, yeah, there is this aspect of a relationship which is fun and which is cute and cutesy, but then there's also the aspect of the relationship where it's another real person that you kind of have to coexist with. And especially when you're dieting and when you're like being very egoistic and self-absorbed as I'm currently being, it becomes difficult because these people are going to be different from you. They're not going to know in what kind of an order do you like everything to be in your apartment. They're not going to know how cleanly you are. So for an example, for me, I really prefer that everything is clean and organized within my apartment. But then when you kind of start semi living with someone else, or maybe not even living with them, but they just like stay at your place often, they are going to create their own order in your space. And I kind of have difficulties with that. Like, I don't like it. It's like difficult for me to adjust to that. So that would be one of the problems that like quite often I forget and I have to remind myself of. Then another problem is that it's just like a lot of work. It requires a lot of attention. They are going to have needs. You are going to have to communicate with them. They're going to have ups and downs. They are going to need your assistance from time to time. So you're not always going to be able to follow your like training routine flawlessly, and you're not always going to be able to do everything exactly the way that you want. And I mean, you can do it. It's just you're going to be a shitty partner then, and the relationship isn't going to be overly nice because the other person is going to feel like you're neglecting them because effectively you are. So yeah, I do forget these things quite often, and then I start thinking that I want to get into a relationship, but then I have to remind myself that, well, Patrick, there is a reason why you're not in a relationship. You have had these relationships in the past, and you decided that you are just going to focus on the thing that you want to do, and you're not going to bother anyone else with the thing that you want to do, and you're just going to pursue the stuff that you should be pursuing without bothering anyone else and without being a shitty partner. I do have to remind myself that constantly because also I'm quite competitive. So, for an example, when I'm not in a relationship and I see somebody that I like, I see a girl that I like, I want to talk to her. And it's almost like I want to force myself to talk to her so I would prove to myself that I'm able to man up, talk to her, invite her out. But the problem with that is sometimes they say yes and you end up actually going out with her. And once again, you get distracted. That kind of prevents you from following your diet. It prevents you from sticking to a routine. So I have to chill. I have to chill the fuck out and I have to control myself. Also, like, there's this girl at the gym and she's cute. Like, she's like this cute little blonde girl and I cannot figure her out. And that's frustrating me and it kind of makes me want to talk to her more. I did talk to her a little bit a while back and I kind of got the feeling that she hates me for some reason. But then she keeps on staring at me and I feel like she might just be socially awkward, and she's probably not that good at communicating with people that she doesn't know. Because she's interested in talking to me. I started talking with her more, and she's okay. She talks to me, and she's kind of interested, I guess. But it's just like the way that she communicates, it's kind of like she's always constantly stressed. And it's like she's interested but not really interested. But then when I don't talk to her, she's constantly looking at me and saying hi and again looking at me and just making it weird. So she's very confusing and she's cute. And at this point, I'm starting to think that like maybe I want to invite her out. Maybe I want to do something with her. Maybe I want to check if she actually likes me or she hates me because it honestly might be any one of them. I have no idea what's actually going on. And then I have to once again remind myself, no, you shouldn't really invite her out. If at some point you want to invite her out when you're not dieting and when you're living a little bit more like normal people do, then yeah, okay, you can invite her somewhere and you can do something with her. But what is it that I'm going to do with her now? I can invite her out, okay, fine. She's probably gonna say no because she's probably still not interested and she probably hates me in reality or just doesn't give a fuck about me. So, okay, the best case scenario, she's gonna say no. The worst case scenario, she's gonna say yes. at the moment where I actually legitimately cannot really give her that much time. So I'm gonna go with her out once, maybe, if it works out. And then most probably I'm going to try to like escalate it to the point where I want to escalate it quite quickly. And it's going to come off as me being horny and creepy. And yeah, it's not gonna go all that well. And I'm just going to ruin the relationship. I'm not going to be able to be a reasonable human being. And then I'll have this girl that actually legitimately 100% hates me at the gym that I go to and constantly stares at me. So it's not going to be a good time. I have to remind myself that I should not invite her out, at least right now. In a few months, when I'm back to living like a normal human being, okay, maybe I'll consider. But yeah, right now I just have to chill the fuck out. It does get lonely though, from time to time, not being in a relationship and not even being able to date anyone. Because once again, like, what's the point of me dating somebody right now? I'm not going to be able to date them properly. So yeah, it's just like you kind of have to sometimes be by yourself when you're pursuing certain things that are not really compatible with normal human behavior. It does get a little bit lonely though. I'm kind of used to it though by now, so it does become a little bit easier. And also, on top of that, I'm just a person that is quite comfortable with being alone. I feel like I'm quite self sufficient. So I am okay for the most part. And for the most part, I feel fine. But then there are these moments when you see somebody cute and somebody interesting, and you really have to remind yourself that this is not the time to be pursuing relationships. So yeah, I guess it is just going to be me, myself, and I for the next couple of months. Actually, no, not the next couple of months. For like a month more, I need to diet heavily, and then I can go back to like eating maintenance calories, and then afterwards I can start eating a little bit more, and that's where I get to be a normal human being. So like 2 more months, maximum 3 more months, and I get to be a normal human being again, which is nice. But yeah, other than that, this is the second day, or no, actually, this is the second day of me eating properly. I am back locked into the diet, and it's actually going relatively well. The weight isn't moving downwards yet, but it probably will starting from tomorrow. But other than that, I'm actually feeling quite good. Hungry, mood swings are back a little bit, but it's going to even out during the next couple of days. And I'm just happy that I got out of this food binge because that was not making me feel good. I actually felt like absolute dog shit as I was binging junk food for 3 days straight. So this is good. This is refreshing. I'm back to normal. I feel like I'm unbloating again. I'm losing a lot of water, a lot of glycogen, so I'm starting to feel good again. I'm starting to feel like I know I normally do when I'm dieting again, so that's a good thing. So yeah, during the next couple of days, it's still probably going to be a little bit rough. I'll still have to focus a little bit, but then after like a few days, it's already going to be back to normal. And yeah, then we need to lock in for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. No cheat days, no cheat meals, and then when I'll reach the goal weight, then afterwards I can play around a little bit more again and maybe like implement like 1 or 2 cheat days a week. Probably one cheat day a week, not two, because that's going to be a little bit of an overkill. And yeah. Oh wow, okay, that's odd. Like the cough is back. I'm actually a little bit sick. Actually a little bit sick nowadays, and I got a little bit of a cold, and hopefully that's gonna go away because that's not very comfortable when you're already dieting and then on top of it like you have a drippy nose and you're coughing from time to time, so that is not a good feeling. But okay, nothing more to say for today, so that is it for today. See you guys tomorrow.